Let them tell you the rest.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. Look like I got all gentlemen here. Any ladies? No ladies?
Nope.
We came with a lady. Oh, back there, okay. 2 ladies and the rest gentlemen. How y'all doing today? Golly. You was sitting right over top of them folks like that?
Cuz I ain't want to scream.
Yeah. Man, y'all all raised y'all hand up when he said who gonna go to college. Who didn't raise their hand? It's 2 people. Man, that's pretty impressive. You didn't raise your hand either? I feel you. Everybody gotta go to college. It ain't for everybody. But that's still pretty impressive that everybody raised their hand. The last place we was at, I don't even think anybody raised their hand. So it lets me know I'm in a different kind of place right now. How many of y'all play sports? Everybody plays sports, that's why. Good. Now that I know that, I can focus on that part of it. Who was here last time? Who's heard me speak before? Good, that's even better. So I don't have to focus too much on it. What's the main thing you remember from when I came here and said something last time?
I don't know.
You don't remember? Anybody remember anything? What'd you say? Yep, that's how I met him. I got arrested. I got picked up during they was executing a federal search warrant on my studio for the YSL case. So that's how me and Ty met. For everyone else that hasn't heard the story, it's kind of long and we don't have that much time, so I'm gonna speed through it. I got to the point to where I was at the highest level that you can get in the music industry, as far as had my own studio, had a big record, was moving that record around, and in the midst of that, they executed a search warrant. I was about to cash in on millions of dollars. I had just left a $750,000 contract on the table. $750,000. I left it on the table because I wanted to go down and see what Birdman was talking about for $1 million. 750 wasn't enough for me. Not during that time period, because I had already seen it. Where did I already see it? I already left the opportunity like that on the table back in 2005. I was sitting right here where you guys was at in 2001. 2001, I was sitting right where you guys was at. How many of y'all play football? Yeah, football players. My favorite type of people. Why I say y'all my favorite type of people? Because I know how y'all living every day. In 2001, I was Georgia Offensive Player of the Year in football. I was a top 6 ranked athlete in the nation. I went to Georgia Tech. You don't believe it? It's cap? Huh? You said what now? Gloves. Oh man, I ain't got, man, you know how long it's been since I played football? Man, I'm old, man. I got a Achilles. I had surgery on my Achilles. I got a herniated disc in my back, and I had surgery on both of my shoulders. Golly. Don't worry, it's on the way. Y'all keep on playing. Y'all keep on playing. Don't worry, it's on the way. Yeah, but I sat right here where y'all are at in 2001, and somebody told me, don't let your friends bring you down. My head coach at Georgia Tech called me into his office, Chan Gailey. I believe he's the offensive coordinator at Buffalo right now, but he was the head coach at Georgia Tech at the time. Called me into his office, sat me down. He looked at me. He said, "You got a chance. you know me, I'm ego. Yeah, of course I got a chance. I'm a starting cornerback. I'm meeting with agents. I'm going to go in the first round. Right? Ego. Who is this old white dude? This dude don't know nothing about where I'm from. He don't know nothing about my life. Telling me I got a chance. Of course I got a chance. I worked my ass off. You ain't run none of them sprints with me. You ain't lift none of them weights with me. You ain't been through what I've been through. Of course I got a chance. I made that way. I made it that way. Right? He said, you figured it out. You got one thing that you're going to have to get rid of. Me knowing now exactly what he was trying to say, hindsight being 2020, I wish I would have really sat there to understand what he was trying to tell me. But I couldn't get through the difference of who we were. I couldn't get through. This is why I do what I'm doing right now today, because I can admit that when I was sitting there in this office, I could not look past this white, rich, old man telling me, a broke, poor, black kid from the hood, about his life. And he told me, he said, you don't owe anybody anything. The only person that you owe is yourself. I remember the words like it was yesterday. It was the best thing that anybody could have told me. But what was I worried about? Everybody else. And he knew it. He could see it. The chip on my shoulder that made me a star, that made me top, that made me go out and bust everybody's ass at practice, that made me want to finish first and win sprints every single day, that made me not want to let anybody catch the ball on me. And I went against the best of the best every day at practice. Anybody remember who I said I went up against last time I talked? Calvin Johnson, Megatron. I went up against the best of the best every day. No, you can't catch the ball, Calvin. Did he catch me? He caught some on me. But I ain't going out like that. He knew this. That was the chip on my shoulder. I worried about what everybody else thought. I was out there trying to prove my point to the world. It got me to where I was at to get the recognition that I needed to have, but I needed this other information too. And nobody could deliver it to make it make sense. And so that's why I move around, because I'm trying to figure out a way to get this conversation across. Because worrying about what somebody else thought about me, worrying the way that I looked, took my opportunity away. A friend of mine from my past I hadn't seen in years and years and years, since the 7th grade. Fast forward, 12 years later, hits me up on Facebook. I'm in my senior year of college, ready to go to the league. I need your help, I need your help, I need your help. Somebody at the last school, was the first time somebody pointed it out. Why? They asked him in the middle of me describing it, they just couldn't believe it. They saw the pictures, they was like, man, what in the world? You ain't talked to this dude in 10 years? Since the 7th grade? You about to be a senior in college, why would he hit you up? Why? He was trying to bring me down. He was trying to bring me down to his level. And I couldn't see it because I was too big to see it. He was there to set me up. He came with the federal government all the way from California, all the way to Atlanta to pull up on somebody that he hadn't talked to in 10 years with the confidence. I grew up with this guy. I knew he couldn't pass it up. And I passed it up. I told him I wasn't gonna do it, but I couldn't live with how it was gonna make me look. Oh man, I'm a real one. I'm too real for that. I can't leave him. We grew up together. I can't leave him stranded like that. He out here stuck. So what? I'm so smart. Guess what I say? I say to myself, oh, well, I figure out a way for me not to be involved. I'll just let you do the business with somebody that I know out here. They'll benefit from it. Yeah, with no intentions, with no drugs here. And I said to him, okay, I'll let you meet my homeboy, just that. This is after I sat at the desk in the office with Chan Gailey, and he told me he didn't know how it was gonna happen. All he knew is that there's something going on with this dude. This dude believes in his heart that he is going to change his whole family and friends' life. He saw the pressure. He saw the pressure in my eyes. He saw it in my work ethic. What a coach's cliche, it's a cliche term that all coaches use. What do they say? First one in the practice, the last one to leave. And that's what all coaches say. How many times y'all heard that? A lot, right? I was the definition. All the coaches, they couldn't believe it. I was academic all ACC. I figured out a way between classes to get in the weight room, get me some extra sets in the weight room, get stretched out before we went to practice. Every sprint, every time we ran hills, every time we ran stadiums, first. And I went out to the club every night, kicked it and partied in the city, which ultimately led to the decisions that I was making on the back end. But they could see it, right? And all I had to do was worry about who? I had the best opportunity right here in front of my life. I had the best opportunity. And right there in that moment, I had access to somebody that knew how to get me there. But I didn't take that opportunity. And I'm saying this to y'all because y'all probably have access to somebody that can help you with your opportunity too. What is that person called? Do y'all know what that's called? When you have access to somebody that can help you reach your goals? Resource. What do they call that person? Mentor. They call that a mentor. And I didn't understand what that was. It took me a long time to understand what that was. Number one, because my pride was so high, my ego was so high. But I didn't realize that there was somebody in this world that was willing to give me the information that I needed to ultimately be successful. A cheat code. All you got to do is follow this path. I got all the information from you. All I had to do was put my pride and ego to the side. Right? So all of you guys, y'all have the same thing in common. All you guys are sports people. All y'all got the same thing in common. Y'all got work ethic. Y'all got practice. After practice, what do y'all got to do when y'all go home? Man, y'all got to do homework. Don't nobody know what it's like. Am I lying? Man, don't nobody know what it's like to be an athlete. Right? When school is over, y'all got to stay after, practice, weights. Then on top of that, if you want to be the best of the best, you got to do skill training. You got to do extra work. You got to do all of that. Then on top of that, in order for you to get in college, you can't get in college without what? Can't get in college without grades. What's everybody else doing as soon as school out? Man, that junk's so lame. That junk's so lame, right? The girl that you really want to get at, she paying attention to who? Just keep it 1,000 because he got the access. He ain't got nothing going on. They don't know no better. It's hard for people to y'all are young, we trying to help y'all see better into the future. Well, they can't see either. They don't know. So you looking, oh yeah, dang, I'm in competition, and that's who I was in competition with when I was in college. What's my time looking like, Ty?
You got about 5 minutes.
That's what my issue was when I was in college. What even made me have the friends that I had or whatever? Well, I grew up in that type of situation anyway, so some of my friends was my friends. But this competition, when I was in college, from 2001 to 2005, I had the biggest dog in the world to look at, to be in competition with. The greatest to ever do it, the best to ever do the clubs, had all the girls, you said the lane, right? Guess who it was? Who? Big Meech. How you know? How you know I was gonna say that? Because I was in Atlanta? It's a popular TV show now. It's easier for me to have these conversations because of the TV shows and what's going on out here on the internet, because what y'all are looking at somebody that actually watched it, that actually saw it happen. I was actually in the club. This is for y'all. This is for y'all for confidence. I was actually in the club, and the girl that I'm messaging back and forth on Facebook, the one I really want, that I really trying to get at, we ain't had no NIL, all we had was Pell Grant, financial aid. Right? In a normal, everyday world, I'm a big dog, I'm a star of the team, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go play in there. I should be able to get this. Man, I can't compete with Meech. And these folks, literally, y'all see the show, they pulling up like that. They pulling up Porsche, Ferrari, Rolls Royce. No, and when I'm saying that they pulling up, just picture this, you go outside, because it was like this for high school people too, back during this time period. You go outside and you pull up to the school and you see a Ferrari sitting outside, what you gonna do?
You on a bike.
I'm saying, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? You want it too, right? So you gonna be mad at her? You gonna be mad at her for jumping in? But you want her though. So guess what you have to have? Knowing that this is what's gonna happen, this is what's coming. Competition is always gonna be there. You gotta have confidence. You gotta have confidence. You gotta have confidence that these next 2 to 3 to 5 to 7 years of putting in the work is gonna put you in position to where you're gonna be able to choose whatever you wanna choose, and you're gonna be able to get whatever it is that you wanna get, whatever you manifest, whatever you put out into the atmosphere, you're gonna be able to get that. You understand what I'm saying? To y'all specifically, because I understand the pressure that come along with it. It's hard. It's hard when you coming back to this guy. Y'all got it real hard. Y'all got it real hard. We didn't have it. I didn't have this problem. I didn't have the internet problem. I didn't have the issue of having to come back and see the girl that I want to get at, you know what I'm saying, going after the dude that got access all day. You could see it, like, oh yeah, man, this dude, what they doing? What the YNs doing? What they doing? Come on, say it loud. Man, are they outside smoking? Yeah, they got one. If they got an uncle or somebody like that, they got the charger, they got the switch. Yeah, they move around with the blick, all that. You know what I'm saying? We just being real.
I'll grab a good quick picture right quick. Yeah.
Hey, listen, if it's anything that I want y'all to take from this, right, y'all keep y'all confidence, right? And the other thing that I want to say to y'all, this right here, this phone right here, y'all gotta stop following this. Y'all gotta get control of this, right?
Yeah, come on.
Because in order for this right here, in order for this to work, give me 1 second. In order for this right here to work, what does it have to do? Every 3 months, 3 to 6 months, what does this have to do? It has to update. This has to update its software in order to be successful, in order for you to be able to use it. Y'all got to update y'all software too. Y'all have a good one, all right? Yes, sir.
Yeah. I like those. What's up, this big dog? Get my outside. I look like outside, big dog.
Hey, man, I already know, bro. Don't let it happen to you.
Y'all want to do a
It'll
video?
be all right. Let it go, man.
Hey, come on in.
It's all good.
All right.
No, I'm good.
In the future, too. I'm just telling you.
So we're going to do a video. We're going to do a video, then we're going to do a picture. Or y'all want to do the picture first? Don't matter? You take this picture? Thank you. Let me in. You get down like the street.
Keep them hands down. You know what all that means.
Hey, don't play yourself. I'm a retired gang detective. Don't be throwing up no gang signs.
Man, these dudes don't know nothing about gang banging. They don't got time for it.
Who face I'm in front of them?
I know you're going to get one to the side and then one with the phone straight up and down too, please.
My guy. Hey, smile, y'all. Everybody say cheese.
Yeah, say cheese. Hi. Yes, please.
All right, come here. Come here. Come here. Tell them.
How this gonna go?
Y'all know how it's going to. Tell them how it's going to go.